If I lost everything today, that means no clients, no email list, no brand, and I had to start a coaching business from scratch in 2025, here is exactly what I would do. Step by step, no fluff. And yes, I would aim to get my first paying client in under 30 days. Whether you're a life coach, a business coach, or any kind of service based expert, this blueprint is for you and it's based on what's actually working right now. And make sure you stick around to the end. I'm going to share the exact tech stack that I'd use and the 3 mistakes that most new coaches make that slow their growth. Listen, before we dive in, here's the truth. Coaching is not just about having knowledge. It's about the way you're packaging it in a way that solves a real problem. Your job is not to sell coaching sessions. Your job is to sell a transformation, results, outcomes. The faster you get this, the faster you're going to grow. So, step one, pick a specific problem that you solve. Do not be a generalist. I made this mistake early on in my coaching practice. I was trying to be everything for everybody. What you want to do is narrow it down. Instead of, I help people live their best life, if you're a life coach, say this: I help burned out managers reclaim 10 hours a week using mindset and time strategy. See the difference there? It's clear, and clear wins clients. So you got niche, problem, and result. Who do you help? What's the problem that you help them solve? And what's the result they're going to get from it? So in this example I just gave, the niche, busy professionals. The problem, overwhelmed, no time. The result, 10 more hours a week back in their pocket. Once you've nailed step one, step two is equally important. You want to build your own signature framework. Could be a 3-step framework, a 5-step framework, 7-step framework. Odd numbers seem to work better for some reason. Listen, instead of selling coaching hours, create a framework and sell that. If you're a life coach, you could have awareness leads to clarity, leads to action. Maybe that's your 3-step framework. Or maybe you have mindset and then systems and then execution. This shift was huge for me when I started out as a management consultant. At first, I was just, hey, what do you need? I can help you with leadership. I can help you with strategy. I can help you with innovation. I was a generalist. Guess how many clients I got doing that? Once I nailed down, okay, it's going to be customer centricity and innovation, then I had to come up with my own framework. So I did. I called it the Zero In Formula, and I wrote a book about it. So it walks businesses through step by step what is the formula for becoming a more customer centric and innovative company. Once that book started to take off, I started to get a lot more solopreneurs coming to me saying, hey, I want to do what you're doing. I want to be a one person consultant or one person coaching business. I want to have my own book behind my name. How do you do this? How do you brand yourself? How do you market yourself? How do you package yourself? How do you sell your services? So I wrote another book called The Accidental Solopreneur. In this book, I share a 6-step process for going from burnout to freedom. It's in here. The formula is in here. The framework is in here. I also have a course called the Solopreneur Playbook. I'm now selling a framework. I'm now selling a playbook rather than just selling my time. This is huge. When you do this and you do this well, it builds credibility and it makes your offer tangible. They're not just buying you and your time now. They're buying a framework that's meant for them, that's going to get them the results that they're looking for because it solves their problem. Okay, so you have your niche, you have your problem, you have the results it does for them. You now have your own proprietary framework or roadmap or system that you sell or methodology. Now it's time to create your offer. That's step 3. Now, when I'm talking creating your offer, I'm not just talking about coaching. In this step, you want to turn your knowledge into a package. For example, 8 weeks, 6 calls, maybe they get access to you through email or DMs, they get some custom tools, you help them set some goals. What is the package that you're putting together around them? Not just access to you for coaching. What is everything that is entailed? And what does that access look like? And what are the results they're going to get from it? When you do this, make sure you price it at transformative value. Put a high price on this. What is it going to cost for them to go through this coaching package with you through your framework to get the results they're going to get? Remember, they're not just buying your time. This is the results they're after. So typically a package like this would go anywhere from like $997 to over $3,000, depending on the niche that you're working with. In my case, when I'm working with solopreneurs, I offer a package called the Solopreneur Sprint. It sells for $997. And this is what it looks like. It's a 90-day high-touch coaching experience to help you define your niche, clarify your offer, build momentum, and start attracting clients. So here you go. It's meant for solopreneurs. It's high touch. Here's all the stuff they get in it. Here's the results they're going to get. And then you can see it includes a kickoff strategy session where we're spending 60 minutes together, really getting clear on who you are, who you help, what's the problem you solve. And then from there, 6 different bi-weekly calls that are 45 minutes each. But on top of that, you get unlimited support between sessions. This is through email or DM, Monday to Friday within business hours, obviously. You get access to both of my online courses, the Solopreneur Playbook and the Author's Playbook. That's a $194 value right there on its own. And then you get a done with you offer and a LinkedIn audit. So I help you put together your own offer, and I do an audit of your LinkedIn page. All of this is going to help any solopreneur who's just getting started, is really not sure exactly what they're doing and how they're doing it, and they're spending way too much time listening to all these different gurus. I just take it all together and give you one package for $997. So what is your package? How are you helping people get a transformation? What are the results you're going to getting, and how are you packaging it all together and pricing it at an appropriate price? 4 now is all about marketing. How are you getting it out there that you have this coaching package that you're trying to sell to people? Well, I like to narrow it down to 3 platforms and have a content strategy based around those 3 platforms only. Too many people I see are trying to be everywhere all the time. They're watering it down and they're burning themselves out. 90% of coaches stall here when it comes to marketing. My strategy for 2025 would be to pick these 3 platforms and go with it. First, YouTube Shorts. Quick value bombs, authority building. These things are going viral like crazy, and they're getting people's attention and drawing them to you and your page. Next, pick either LinkedIn or Instagram. Do not do both. Pick one depending on your niche. Who is it that you help serve? Is it more professional people? They're probably on LinkedIn. Is it more lifestyle stuff? That's probably more on Instagram. Use one of these 2 tools for relationship building and direct messaging. Number 3 is an email list with a lead magnet. Email lists are incredibly good for nurturing and converting clients. Remember, they are opting in, so you know they're already interested. It's going right to their inbox, unlike a social media post who you have no idea who the algorithm's going to show it to. Once you send that email out to your email list, you know it's going to people who asked for it, and it's going right to their inbox. And you can see the metrics, who's opening them, who's clicking. This is an amazing way to nurture and convert your warm leads. So this makes it really easy. Come up with content ideas, create a short, create a post, and create an email CTA funnel around it. Step number 5, launch a beta coaching program. Please, please, please do not wait to be perfect. Perfect is an illusion. If I had waited for the perfect time, I never would have started. What you want to do is offer a beta version of your program to 3 to 5 people to get started. Let them know it's early access in exchange for feedback and a case study. So here you're getting what was working well with this coaching program. Where is it lagging a little bit? Where can I add in some more stuff? And you get case studies, you get testimonials. Nothing is better than social proof when it comes to selling your coaching programs. Trust me, it's way better to have a bunch of other people saying, hey, take Dennis's coaching program. Here's the results I got from it, than me going, hey, please sign up for my coaching program. And that feedback you get is going to really, really help you improve the coaching program so that the next people that sign up are getting an even better experience. Step number 6, sell with conversations, not funnels. Listen, for your first 5 to 10 clients, do not overcomplicate it. Post really good value, remember, shorts, LinkedIn or Instagram, and in your email. Invite through direct messages, ask questions, get to know them, and offer a free 20-minute call. This is going to land you way more conversations and way more initial clients than any other funnel that you set up. From there, listen, qualify, offer your solution. If it's a good fit, they're going to bite. And then use something like Calendly and Zoom. That's it. Have them click on the link to book a call with you. Have a Zoom set up with that so that it automatically sets up a video call. And then have that attached to something like Stripe or PayPal for when they pay for a coaching session. 7, as promised, use this simple tech stack. These are exactly the tools that I'd use if I was starting from scratch in 2025. First, create a simple website. You can do a landing page in Card for as low as, I think it's $18 a year, and you can have up to 3 different landing pages. Listen, if you want to just get started and you want to test this out, there's no cheaper version to get out there and get something started that works. From there, you can move on to something bigger. Maybe you start using Wix, maybe you start using WordPress. I use Hostinger for my websites, but start with something simple. Email, there's tons to choose from out there. There's ConvertKit, there's MailChimp, there's Beehive. I investigated a bunch of these. I could not figure out which one was the best. I just went with Beehive and it's working great for me. Video calls, again, there's tons of options out there. I just went with Zoom. Payments, another one where there's lots of options. I suggest you go with either Stripe or Thrivecart. Attach that to your Calendly link, make it simple. Scheduling, Calendly is an easy choice here. It works with all these different platforms. It's user-friendly, super easy to set up. And for your social and content, something like CapCut for creating your shorts, Canva for your visuals, boom, you're all set. No need to overcomplicate this with all these other tools. Listen, here's the truth. The coaching industry is not oversaturated. It's segmented. You just need to own your unique corner. And as promised, here's 3 common mistakes you need to avoid in 2025. Number 1, selling coaching instead of a transformation. Remember, people are buying the results they get. They're not buying you. Remember that. Mistake number 2, waiting till you're ready. You're never ready. Start now. Mistake number 3, avoiding sales conversations. Listen, when you're first starting out, these feel extremely uncomfortable for both you and probably the person on the other side. But after a while, you put more reps in, you get better at it. They don't feel like sales conversations anymore. They just feel like conversations. You don't need 10,000 followers. All you need is 3 clients to get started. And you can do this. The path is simple: clarity, consistency, and conversations. And don't forget, subscribe here if you're serious about going solo in 2025. I drop videos like this every week.